This video is brought to you by Prompt Valley Air Conditioning and Heating, 775-727-7488.
Valley Electric Association says that they had minimal outages over the weekend as a result of the storm. On Friday night, they did have a power pole that broke in two on Highway 372 and Lola Lane. 1,122 members were out for approximately 3 hours from 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. to replace a power pole.
So on Sunday, at approximately 1:30 in the afternoon, we received a deluge of rain through a variety of different storm cells that were both on the Spring Mountains, Mount Charleston, and with heavy cells on the very south end of the Plum Valley. As a result, we had cascading water that sheeted over Spring Mountain Motorsports, out across Highway 160, and continuing down both Gamebird onto Homestead Road and heading southwest throughout the southern part of the valley. As quickly as the waters rose, they started receding. Fire department was called not only for a flood assessment, but also to effect at least 2 rescues from a stranded vehicle in waters that were moving that vehicle. The water was considered swift water, which meant it had a certain amount of velocity that could move heavy objects. We were also notified of a possible motor vehicle accident. While that was unfounded, as waters receded, we found an abandoned vehicle that was blocking a culvert in the area of Fox and Gamebird. And what makes that interesting is that the vehicle had been abandoned and was located closer to Highway 160 on Gamebird on the south side of the roadway, and had been moved by those floodwaters approximately a mile, and then until it became stuck in the culvert and started blocking up some of the debris field that was also moving. While that helped reduce some of the water that was moving further south and west, there was still a significant amount of water that bypassed that culvert, crossed over the roadway, and then, of course, started, those different trajectories through the south end. Crews were involved in other assessments and investigations and just community assistance, including some houses that were in jeopardy down in the area of Money and Heritage. Our crews finally completed the majority of their assignments just after midnight last night. As the water continued to move from the alluvial fan and off the mountains and sheeting across different areas of the valley, that water eventually continued to make its way southwest towards the dry lake bed. And as it did so, that's where it was causing the secondary impacts, such as potential flooding to the dwellings. While there was no water that actually got into the houses, it came right up to the edge and was absolutely flooding some properties.